you're 77 years old, right?
That is correct.
You've lived a long life, would you say?
More than some.
Are you married?
I'm a widow.
Okay.
Yes, my husband died 7 years ago.
How was it like when your husband passed away?
It was like something you expected to be normal, but it wasn't. I mean, you had the urge to say something to a person that's no longer there. And even the arguments, they were like expected, but now ridiculous, or it didn't make sense that you would have argued about anything.
Do you miss him?
I do. I really do.
Right. What do you miss most about him?
The presence, just the person of being there, the person to talk with, to debate with, to care about. You know, just the existence.
All right. If you could say something to him now like that, well, what would you say to him?
I don't know that I would say anything differently, but I think my behavior would be different. I would be less combative. I would be more a listener than a teller. I would take everything that he was saying more as information rather than a debate subject.
How old was he when he passed?
He was 16 years older than I am, so he was 86.
Right. Did you lose anybody else that was close to you or anything?
I lost my sister, who was very, very close to me, a year and 2 days ago.
Oh wow. How is it losing a sister? So how old was your sister?
My sister, when she passed away, was 78.
So she was 78. So how many years apart were y'all?
2 years.
2 years apart. So that means you've known her for how many years is that you knew her?
And she was 78. I've known her for 76. I was 70. 6 years.
To know a person for 76 years and to lose them, I can't imagine what that feels like. Can you even try to?
I can't tell you what it feels like, but it's like we spoke. We lived in 2 different states, and we didn't see each other that many times a year, but we spoke every day. And it was several times a day, and it was just, how do you cook this? Or did you see this on TV? Or did you hear what that person just said? Or it was just like they were in the house with you. It was that. Or do you remember how to do this? Or how I did this? Or who said this? Or what year this happened? So it's a general, everyday friendship and advice and sharing grief or whatever the situation was. And now I find myself, well, who do I tell that to? Mm. And it's like my grandmother said, my grandmother lived to be 96. And she said, I asked her one time, how was it? She said it was lonely because her name was Josephine Wells. And she said it was lonely because there was no one that knew her as Josephine. No one who knew her, that person, that young person, that kid. They were all gone. Right. She had outlived all her sisters and brothers. And she was like, it's different because there's nobody that knew me back then.
Right. Do you feel something like that? Do you feel like that, or?
What has happened? I was raised in a family of 5, even though it was just me and my sister. It was a niece, 2 nieces and a nephew. We're all in the same age bracket or whatever. And my niece, she passed away a few years ago. And then my sister passed away a year ago. And that was the age. The third person down was me, is me. And so now I'm the oldest in my family. And that people call me for advice or information or whatever. And I'm supposed to all of a sudden develop wisdom with age. Whereas when my sister was alive, she was the oldest, and that's who you contacted. I had another sister who was 20 years older who passed a few years ago. Of course, she was the one you contacted. Now I'm that person, and that's not something you, I think, want to be. You don't want to be the oldest person in the family.
Do you feel like it comes with a lot of responsibility?
It comes with a lot of expectations. And responsibilities. People expect you to have wisdom. They expect you to have sage advice. They expect you to know answers. They expect you to be nice or to be generous or to be whatever. They expect that because you've paid your dues and you're there. But, you're thinking, no, I'm not that person. I am that person now.